Welcome everybody, it is Sam here, and today we are watching the SXSW panel celebrating the 25th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I am excited. We have amazing guests that are going to be on this panel. We have Aaron Weber, Mike Pollock, Roger Craig Smith, we have Takashi Lizuka and Yugi Naka, and Austin Keys. Guys, it is going to be amazing. We confirmed from Sega that we are getting breaking news at this panel. Though I will warn you guys, from what I've heard from Aaron Weber on Twitter, we will not be getting any new game announcements. Do not give your hopes up. But knowing Aaron Weber and how he's controlling Sonic the Hedgehog's Twitter, and we all know Sonic the Hedgehog's Twitter is cancer, we will just assume that it is unconfirmed and we might get a little teaser of something. Also, one more thing I want to add. They said that they will be explaining what those numbers meant in the Game Grumps picture and all those little pictures that had little numbers that they were teasing on the Sonic Twitter. So I'm excited, guys. If you see me look down here, you will see that I'm actually looking at the chat. So if you see me looking in this direction, you'll see that I'm looking at the chat. Also, I want to add that I will not be talking very much during this at all. You'll just see my facial expressions, or I might add a couple things in there. But when they're talking, I want to be silent. I want you guys to hear what they have to say, and I want to hear what they have to say because I'm a nerd too. So I'm not going to be talking through the whole thing. Do not worry about that. All right, everybody? So I'll cut back, and I'll see you guys when we get to the panel. Okay, guys, this is it. It's starting. Let's get to this.
Packed full of Sonic fans. Are you guys excited to be here?
Oh, it's Aaron Weber. Yes, we are. We are excited.
Now, last I checked, the multiple places that were streaming us, like Tails Channel, hi Tails Channel, and also
Tails Channel
Twitch stream, had thousands of people each. So we've got thousands of people watching this thing. So a little shout out. Let's cheer for those guys too that can't be here in person. Fantastic. All right, now audio and visual gods, I'm going to require your assistance in enabling, if you will, the PowerPoint. Oh! Woo! Magical. Lots of things are on the laptop. You guys ready to get started?
You guys gotta love Aaron Weber.
All right, let's do it. We have an amazing group of guests here today that came out all the way to Texas to be with you guys for this panel. So first and foremost, welcome to the Sonic the Hedgehog 25-year anniversary panel. We're very excited to share with you guys this insight into the history of Sonic, presented by the very people that lived it. And of course, I know a lot of you guys are here for news about Big's Big Fishing Adventure 3, the trial edition.
Yes, Big's Fishing Adventure 3.
So be patient. That'll come at the end.
With that.
And for our people watching the stream, go ahead and mark that spot on your bingo cards right now. Yeah, there you go. I know. Of course I know, guys. Come on. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. We've only got 45 minutes, so we're not going to be able to cover every single Sonic item out there. So even if we don't cover your favorite part of the Sonic franchise or history, don't worry. We still love you. Very much. It's just a matter of time. So we're going to get through as much as we can. So let's get started. First and foremost, please give a warm welcome to one of the original creators of Sonic, Yugi Naka.
Yugi Naka. Oh man, you gotta love Yugi Naka. He does not age. Have you guys noticed that? He just does not age. It's great.
Yes. Let me read where your name is, Naka-san. Can you guys help us out? My neck doesn't go that far.
Oh, this?
One more? Well, it's like bingo. Ready? Yeah, crowd says yes. All right. Phenomenal. All right, next.
So excited.
Takashi Iizuka, the head of Sonic Team. Let's hear it for him.
Head of Sonic Team. There we go. Major part of the Sonic franchise.
Step over the ledge here. Perfect. Right there on the end. Yep. You got it. Thank you, Iizuka-san. Next up, the voice actor for Eggman. He is evil and villainous and everything vile. Give it up for Mike Pollock.
Gotta love Mike Pollock, guys. Honestly, in terms of all the other gaming franchises out there, you gotta admit this one has a lot of people that you just gotta adore.
That is the evilest seat we could find for you. Thanks so much. And of course, to balance out the villainous Dr. Eggman, we need a certain hero, don't we? So let's hear it for Roger Craig Smith, the voice of Sonic.
Voice of Sonic, there we go. Roger Craig Smith. In terms of all the Sonic the Hedgehog voice actors,
you can have the seat if you want. If you want to drag him up, it's fine by me.
He is one of the best.
I want to say hi.
All right, and a person you guys may not know yet, but you're going to get to know pretty quickly. The person who's translating and is also our senior product development director now at Sega of America. His name is Austin Keys. Let's hear it for Austin.
Mike.
So easy.
Look at that.
And then there's someone else in this panel, I forget. They were going to be here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry to say. The Sonic social media manager was going to be here today. Couldn't make it due to some complications. But, you know, we really appreciate them trying. So thanks, whoever they are.
Yeah.
Whoever
Tim.
whoever that guy is posting on Twitter and social media. No, sorry, yeah. My name's Aaron Weber, and I just hit my microphone, and you're not supposed to do that at all. I run the Sonic Twitter and Facebook pages. So great to meet you guys. Yes.
There you go.
Aw, someone said best Twitter ever, and whoever you are, I love you. You're awesome, buddy. You're awesome. Ignore that slide. Anyway, okay. First, let's get started. So the creation of Sonic, right? It's the late 1980s. Sega needs a new mascot to compete against a strong rival mascot for Nintendo. You guys know who that mascot is, of course.
Mario.
Crash Bandicoot, says somebody. Yeah. That's right. Crash Bandicoot and Mario. So their current mascot at the time was, audience, do you know?
Alex Kidd.
Thank you, guys. Alex Kidd, that's right. Here he is. Over there, not that way. Alex Kidd, there he is chewing on some onigiri there. That was localized to burger for the Western version. Major boss fights were solved via games of rock, paper, scissors. I'm not kidding. That's actually how the game plays. Naka-san, quick question for you. What did you think about the gameplay of Alex Kidd?
アレックス・キッドはですね、実はあまり遊ばれた方いらっしゃらないかもしれないです。すごくゲームとしてはすごくよくできているんですね。
Obviously, they have a translator that will say everything he's saying in a second, so.
ちょっと気になりますよね。まあそれもあってですね、僕らはソニックを作っていくことになったんですけども、アレックス・キッド好きですか？どうですか？
So I don't think many players have actually, and many people out there have actually played Alex Kidd. But if you have played it, you'll know it's a really, really good game, really solid gameplay. However, the character design was, not really kind of what we wanted to do, and that spawned the whole "let's make Sonic the Hedgehog," idea. But how many people out there have actually played Alex Kidd?
I have never played Alex Kidd.
That's at least 3 people.
Also, one more thing I want to say.
That's
Aaron,
more than we were
the Top
expecting.
Hedgehog
That's
Twitter
good. We appreciate that.
is actually posting right
Awesome.
now.
So,
Everything they're
as
saying.
Naka-san
So.
mentioned, this spurned a new competition internally at Sega at that time. The teams were challenged to come up with a new mascot, the new face of the company. And so Naka-san gets together with this other guy over there. Anyone know what his name is on the left? Oshima. Who said Oshima? Let's clap for that person right there. Yes.
They should
His name
show
is
the
Naoto
screen.
Oshima. He actually came by the Sega offices last year and took a picture that said, like, the Sonic Twitter is the best Twitter. That's a real picture. I didn't Photoshop that. He actually took that. That's real. So that's him, a younger him. And Naka-san, I love this picture of you. How old are you in this picture that we've got here?
これは多分ソニック2の時の写真なので、てかまあそれまで実はセガっていうのは名前とか一切出してはいけなかったんですね。なのでゲーム作った人として写真が出たのも名前が出たのもこの多分27歳の時だと思うんですけど、ここが最初だったと思います。
So this was probably taken, I believe, he believes, around the
Is it
Sonic
mean to
2
laugh?
era. And at the time, Sega didn't really want to publish who was creating the games. So this is one of the first times that people got to actually see who was creating the games and learn their names. And at the time, he said he was 27 years old.
27. Wow.
Wait, how old am I? I'm totally not 27 right now. And how old were you when you started at Sega, Naka-san?
僕は18。
18.
18
I'm
years old,
18.
Naka-san started. And he's a
I want to work at Sega.
21st.
21. 21 for Izuka-san. Whew, pretty young. All right. So my dream when I was a kid was to work at Sega, by the way. How many of you guys have had similar dreams? Like you've got places you want to work or like amazing things you loved, right? Okay, quick word of
Now?
encouragement. Go for it. Don't ever give up on that. All right? Because if you
Wonder
try
why
hard
they
enough,
need
you
work.
got it, amazing things
That's
happen.
mean to say
I grew up
too,
in Missouri,
but that's
by
probably
the
what
way,
it is.
like, real
The recruiting.
close to the Midwest, right? And that was my dream. And I flew out to California and did it. So quick word of encouragement for all of you. Don't give up on those dreams. Seriously. So here's a quick look at Mr. Needle Mouse.
Mr. Needlemouth, that's his first
Sonic's early
little
designs were
name.
drawn on this napkin. And Oshima-san woke up one night and was like, I've got this concept. And he scribbled it. It was called Harinezumi, or Mr. Needle Mouse. But it's worth noting that in Japanese, Harinezumi means hedgehog. They literally call it Needle Mouse, whereas we call it Hedgehog. If you think about it, neither really makes any sense
No, it doesn't.
at all.
Translating from different languages.
So next up, Sonic 1 comes out on June 23rd, 1991. It's got a simple story. It's got amazing music. How many of you guys know the theme song to Green Hill, like, by memory? Well, let's hear it then.
There, buddies. Da, da,
Beautiful.
da, 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 da.
You are hereby dubbed the official Sonic South by Southwest choir. Thank you very much.
How many people here were not born in 1991? Wow.
Mike, thank you for making all of us feel old.
I have to sit down.
Yes.
Oh, soなんだ。
Sonic 1 also introduced the Chaos Emeralds. Quick screenshot. Yeah, Chaos Emeralds. I'm hoping the Twitch stream is getting this panel too. The people in the back are probably going like, I hate this guy, because we have to bounce back and forth between this deck and the people on stage constantly. Introduced the Chaos Emeralds, but it wasn't just Naka-san and Oshima-san who were on that team. There's a third player who's often overlooked, but let's give him some credit here today. Anyone know who that was?
On the team. Where'd they go?
I was pretty young at this time. I was like 4 years old around this time period. Wasn't me. Anyone know? I'll give you a hint. His name starts with Y. Yes, Yasuhara. Thank you very much. Applaud for that guy.
Knows the Sonic history.
Yes, his name was Yasuhara. Now, Sonic had an attitude, and graphic capabilities were very limited, of course, but Naka-san and his team wanted to convey this sense of attitude within Sonic, and so they came up with a really clever way to do that. You guys, of course, know how they did it in Sonic 1, right? Well, okay, blast processing is a real thing. That isn't necessarily the particular thing we're going to focus on here. In fact, so if you were to let Sonic stand still for a little bit, right? You know what he would do,
Tapped his foot?
Yeah, everyone's doing it. He'd tap his foot, just like that, right? And that signature foot tap and those impatient hand gestures, he looks at a watch. I don't even think he has a watch on, but he looks for it, right?
Yeah, he just does
this. Anyway, whether it's there or not. And those become really iconic gestures. And then in Sonic Generations in 2011, we brought that back, right? So this classic Sonic in Generations doing his thing. This is a really cool slide. And some of you may know this already, but on the left is the European design for Sonic, the box art for Sonic, right? And you'll notice that Sonic has a very interesting design in Europe and Japan. This is shared between Japan and Europe, this design of Sonic. It's softer, it's a little lighter. In America, however, we had this box art, right? And
I
we're curious,
prefer
actually,
the European one.
and the team were talking about this earlier, kind of like figuring out who preferred which type. And we all have our bets about kind of like what the
European,
audience might like.
come on now.
But we'd like to do a quick poll with you guys. Is that okay? All right, great, let's do it. So I'm curious to know whether you guys like or prefer the one on the left, the one on the right. It's totally cool, whichever one you like, seriously. So let's start with the one on the left. Who prefers the European or Japanese design? Let's see your hands. Okay, there's a lot of hands.
Unanimous.
All right, and let's see who prefers the American design. Let's see your hands now.
Oh.
And still some hands, all right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, European.
He took a picture.
European and Japanese preference. Raise your hand so Naka-san can take a picture. Prove that he was right. Go ahead, Naka-san.
I want that phone case. He has a Sonic phone case.
Well, I just lost $5. It's all right. Thank you to those of you that voted for the Western box art. Also, I think Al Nielsen, are you here today? Al, are you here? All right. Well, I was told that Al Nielsen might be coming by. Al was one of the marketing executives at Sega in the time of the early 90s, whenever SOA and SOJ were covering the design of Sonic and all that stuff. So shout out to Al if he's around somewhere. Let's go on to Sonic 2. Who likes Sonic 2?
My favorite Sonic game of all time. My first one, too.
Game you love up here, just cheer. Just go crazy, all right? Like the last panel.
I don't know, guys. I feel like they're going to go all the way up to 2016 and announce something. I'm feeling it.
All right, so
They have all the right people.
Sonic 2 came out in 1992. It introduced Miles, Tails Prower. Any Tails fans in the house?
Oh, God. Everyone's a Tails fan.
Fantastic. It had 7 Chaos Emeralds. First Sonic only
Supersonic.
had 6. It had 7. And when you got them all and 50 rings, something special would happen. You guys know what that is, of course. Let's hear it. Supersonic is right.
Yeah.
Really quick question.
I want that in
and
wallpaper
if
form.
there's no answer, it's fine here. But any interesting story from maybe Naka-san about the initial design of Tails, or what was like kind of concepting the character? Or anything like
I've never heard of his design. The design for Tails is never really
で
mentioned.
ですね、ソニック1を作ってる時に最後の方にどうしても2プレイヤーモードをソニック1の時やりたかったんですが 最終的には実現ができなくてリリースしたのがすごく心残りだったんですね。で、ソニック2を作るときに必ずやっぱ
God, do you know how hard it is to be a translator writing so
まあ
fast?
やっぱりソニックともう一人じゃライバルになるようなキャラクターも作らないといけないっていうことと、当時やっぱりゲームを遊んでいるときにですね、お兄ちゃんがゲームをプレイしてたら横で妹がこう見てるだけっていう子が多かったので、その子でもこう一緒に参加できるようなキャラクターとして、テイルスを設定してソニック2の中に入れて
Poor translator's looking at him like, can you stop talking now? It's a lot.
Okay. So during the development of Sonic 1, he really wanted, like Naka-san really wanted to put a two-player mode into the game, but due to kind of the pressures of trying to finish the game and release it on time, he was unable to put that two-player mode into the game.
Wow, I didn't know
really
that.
Kind of, he was disappointed by that. He really wanted to see a two-player mode featured in the game. So when they started developing Sonic 2, he really wanted to try and make some kind of two-player, multiplayer mode that they could offer in Sonic 2. In the beginning, there was this idea of maybe, Sonic and maybe another rival character to put them together and have some play happen that way. But as he was watching people play the game, they really noticed that, an older brother and a younger sister would be, the older brother would play the game and the younger sister would be watching her brother play the game. And he wanted to make a character that both of the players could control, enjoy, and have fun. And that was really kind of the genesis of Tails as a character.
Awesome.
Nice.
Great. Thank you very much for that.
Wow.
Now, it's about this point
Never thought of that.
faces who joined the team. You guys can probably guess some of them. There's two in particular that would go on to become very important later. Does anyone have any guesses who those people were?
New people on the
Shout,
team?
let's hear them. Okay, so I should clarify. I mean real-life characters.
Oh, yeah,
Mary
that's what I thought. Real life
Weber?
characters. People start saying,
Roger.
Amy.
Roger,
No.
we've been through this. No
Real
fan characters
people.
at the panel, Roger. All right. No. The new faces were, first and foremost, you guys know this first person, definitely. Jun Sonoe, right?
Oh, duh. That's not new.
Who would later go on to do some pretty big stuff, like, theme songs, Open Your Heart, Live and Learn.
I met Jun Sonoa, by the
Anyone
way.
like those songs?
If you guys were to
Beautiful.
check out
And of course,
Instagram
Takashi
or my
Lizuka joined
Facebook
right
or
this
something
time
like that,
too.
I met Jun Sonoa in person at Yomokan. Took pictures with him, talked
And
to
one
him.
of the first projects that Izuka-san worked on was Sonic 3, but one of the stories I really want to hear about, and I was like prodding Naka-san earlier, like, can you tell me a little bit of dirt like that no one knows before? And so the question I want to know, Naka-san, Izuka-san joins the team around this time, all right? He comes out to visit, to work on the team with you. What's the first thing that you think of Izuka-san when you see him?
そうですね、ソニックをですね、ソニック1っていうのは日本で作っていたんですが、ソニック2からですね、サンフランシスコでソニックを作ってたんですけど、ソニック2が終わった後、ソニック3を作るにあたって人をこう日本から送ってもらったんですが、その時に飯塚が初めてやってきたんですが、ソニック作るのにすごい忙しいじゃないですか。すごい大変なものを作らないといけないのに、飯塚は当時新入社員1年目ぐらいで来たので、なんで新入社員なんて送ってくんだよって思ったのがすごいこう覚えてますね。
So with the development of Sonic 1 happened all in Japan, and with Sonic 2, they moved the team over to America in San Francisco to work on the game. When they finished Sonic 2, they moved right into developing Sonic 3, also still in America. And they're really busy. They needed some more help, so they sent a bunch of people from Japan over to help work on Sonic 3 and make sure it got done on time. As they were sending people over, one of the people that came over was Mr. Izuka, and as he came off, he was brand new to the company, and Naka-san was kind of like, we're really busy. This is a really important title. Why are you sending us like new recruits to just like come out here and help us out with development? So it was a little bit of, a lot of pressure, but as we'll find out, he's did a great job helping out on Sonic 3.
Awesome.
Nice. He did do an amazing job.
I like that story a lot because it's the story of Naka-san being like, and this guy just gets off the plane, and I'm like, who's this guy? that comes in and is supposed to help with, is this guy, what newbie doing here? But as we all know, Izuka-san did an amazing job working on Sonic 3. You guys saw that opening cutscene when the tornado's flying in, Sonic jumps off, goes supersonic, Knuckles literally punches the emeralds out of him, right? Izuka-san did that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He did
really?
that.
Why do you know? I told you.
You told me, yeah. You told me in a meeting, and I decided I'd kind of secretly share that info now. Cat's out of the bag. I'm sorry. I stole Lizuka-san's special moment there. Sonic 3 introduces the Fight and Freak Knuckles. It's got a first for the Sonic series, which is a save feature. You can finally save your games. And of course, if you lock it on with Sonic and Knuckles, you can double the size of the game, right?
Yeah, you get
All right,
the full game.
And for those that are watching on Twitch, gods of audio video in the background, make sure that we're on the slideshow right now, please. So, you guys want to know how to scare an entire room of Sonic fans?
Oh no.
Sometimes I get drunk with power. You
And
ready?
Knuckles,
I can make
and
all
Knuckles.
Of you recoil in fear in about half a second. Ready for
And
this?
Knuckles.
Bam! There it is.
That wasn't hard.
There it
I
is.
figured it out.
Oh, but we're not done
Stuck
yet.
there.
Let's zoom in a little bit on that bad boy. All the minutes, all the time overs. Behold the true final boss of Sonic 3. There it is.
God,
Nobody
Aaron.
understood how to get past that. little
Salute.
section?
If you didn't understand how to do that, let's cheer now. You ready? Go.
I knew how to do it. I played the game when I was a
そんな
kid.
にそんな嫌でした
I beat it no
You
problem.
guys really didn't like it that much?
Once we knew what to do, we liked it. But learning that was pretty, we jumped on that thing hundreds and thousands of times. Like, maybe if I just get a little more speed, a little more angle, I can hit it. No.
Is anyone still jumping on that thing?
Dr. Eggman's ultimate creation right there, that barrel. Bravo, Mike.
It's so simple.
Izuka-san, any cool stories about, actually, you know, we covered Sonic 3, so I'm going to ask you a question about another game pretty soon here. Another cool comparison between box arts, there's Sonic 3 in Europe. Very different box art, right? And for some
Wow,
reason,
I've never
like,
seen that.
What is going on with Knuckles?
Oh!
I just always found this really strange.
Oh!
Like, with his mouth, and I see that and I think Echidna. Instant, like Echidna, for those of you that understand that reference. Let's move on to TV and licensing. You bet I'll reference Sonic Saturday Morning in there, and The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and
Both
the ravioli,
amazing.
Of which, by the way, Naka-san, you know what you said at lunch today, right? About that ravioli? Let's hear it.
Yeah.
He still has some of those cans of spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh my god, those are bad.
多分ねいつ爆発するかわからないですよね
So it's kind of a ticking time bomb. He doesn't really know when it's going to explode.
It's possible the sneakers might have tasted better than the ravioli. I don't know.
I agree with Mike there. By the way, any fans of the Sonic TV shows in the house today?
God, yeah.
Nice. Love it.
I love how I'm raising my hand like up
Now
there.
then, let's
And
see.
forgive
Okay,
me.
so
Been a moment.
It's the 32-bit era, and in the mid-90s, Sega releases their second major platform. And I gotta, excuse me while let me just jump out here. Okay, here we go. Oh no.
野球しようぜ。
オッケー。
行こう行こう。お前ら今日はやってよ。
任しとけ。
姿三四郎。
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 What?
高速ハリネズミソニックのレースゲームソニック R
姿。
I guess that was advertising.
And that was how Sega of Japan advertised Sonic R. Kids going to play a baseball game? Oh no, Segata Sanshiro's got something he wants you to see first. And then he beats you up and makes you play Sega Saturn. I loved that marketing campaign, by the way. Those guys are awesome, whoever came up with that.
Game, not so much.
So,
Marketing
in addition to
campaign,
Sonic
sure.
R, there were a couple other Sega Saturn games with Sonic. Anyone know what they were? 3D Blast, Jam, and someone said Extreme. Obviously, that one didn't come out, but we
Yeah.
still have merchandise for that, just so you know. Some really cool merchandise.
Sonic
Yeah.
Extreme. Yeah,
There's
that
a lot
got
of interesting stories
canned.
about Extreme. We're not going to get into those today. Yes, they were Sonic Jam and Sonic 3D Blast.
Oh,
If you're
come on,
interested,
share them!
After the panel, we'll be right outside. You guys can come by, get your stuff signed, ask us fun questions. We probably can't answer all of them, but we will try. Also, there was a cameo appearance.
Somebody better
What game
ask
is
about
it?
Sonic Extreme.
Yeah! Dude, I love you
The
guys.
fuckies?
Like,
Wait,
I'm
what was
like,
it?
which game is this? And like 30 of you in unison are like, Christmas nights, instantly. You are my people. My people. Thank you. This is Christmas nights. Sonic makes a cameo there. And of course, Eggman makes a little cameo there too. It's about this time that they decide to make a new design for Sonic. And let's go to Izuka-san and Naka-san real quickly to kind of hear, why was it that you guys decided to change the look of Sonic?
If they talk about Sonic 06, dude.
もともと メガドライ
I
ブ
am
時代
so
の
excited.
ソニックって
They talk
頭
about
身が
Sonic
可愛かったんですね。だからそれを 3D モデルにするとすごい可愛いソニックになってしまって、我々が目指そうと思ったかっこいいソニックのゲームっていうのとちょっとギャップがあったので、この 3D になる機会にデザインをリニューアルしました。
So the original, character was obviously made 2D for the Mega Drive, for the Genesis, as we know it. And the character was really, really cute, but when we started doing the 3D versions of that same character, it was kind of like a little too cute. And they wanted to make a game that was a little more cool, and in doing so, they were using the opportunity of making a 3D world, making a cool character, and also making it for this new hardware as, the driving factor, and let's also make the character a little bit different.
Cool. And that led to, of course, the design for Modern Sonic. There it is.
Yeah.
Yes. Like to hear that support. Thank you. I was waiting for someone to be like, green eyes. It's like the hipster part of the Sonic fan base sometimes. Obviously, the key differences included the green eyes, taller designs, so his legs got a bit taller for 3D. And as we go forward, that led to Sonic Adventure.
Oh, so many great memories of Sonic Adventure.
An amazing game. Comes out $99.99 with the Dreamcast. Has 6 playable characters, including the best character, Big the Cat.
Dude, they do not let up. They know when they fucked up.
And Crush 40. That's right.
They need to talk about Sonic 06. I'm looking forward to it.
To watch your reaction to this slide for a long time, audience. And you, Twitch and YouTube gaming audience. So this one goes out to you. It introduced one other element into the Sonic franchise, and that was... So I really need to get your reaction for this, because this is going to maybe help settle a debate that is happening right now. I'm just trying to convince people of certain things. These lovable balls of fluff appear in the Chow Garden in Sonic Adventure. You can raise them, you can even put them on your VMU, which is an amazing memory card at the time. And they're the coolest. We should totally bring them back, right? Would you guys like that?
Yes! They are making... Guys, they're making Sonic Adventure 3, and they're planning right now, and they're asking questions now.
I should specify, there are not currently any plans to bring them back, but that cheer really helps me a lot, so thank you for that.
Bullshit.
Awesome. I spent a lot of time raising Chow, by the way, probably more time than I spent getting all the emblems. So, rolling around at the speed of sound, Sonic Adventure 2 comes out on June 19th, 2001. Of course, it introduces a new dark hedgehog. His name is...
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog. Here, when dark teams try to either save the world or destroy it. Lizuka-san, what was one of the best memories you have working on Sonic Adventure 2 in San Francisco, right? There's that scene where Sonic goes down City Escape and he smashes into the cars.
police.
I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. You can tell me if it's true. I heard a rumor that once you guys got a parking ticket.
Yeah.
And you were really upset, and so you're like, you know what? We're just going to let Sonic destroy all the cars. All the cars on all of it. He'll just destroy them all. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, man. Got a parking ticket?
That
Fuck
may
the
be
police.
The
Let's
best
just
information
destroy
we've
them.
gained from this panel so far.
Good night.
Whoa.
Dropping the mic, it didn't really work.
That's all right, Mike.
Thank you.
Oh, and of course, this game also had something else special to it. You guys know what that is, right? Oh, you don't know?
Big was hidden.
Well, let me enlighten you in case you
Big
don't
was
know.
hidden.
Big the Cat cameos. In almost every level, by the way. So there he is in City Escape with the monster truck. There he is in the cutscene with Rouge. She smiles at him if you put him in the cutscene, by the way. It's an Easter egg. There he is again in the Secret Temple. And on the Dreamcast, little shout to Egg Bomb, there he is in the helicopter. He's actually in the helicopter.
I didn't know that one.
Push the right button combo to make him appear. Pretty awesome, right?
I didn't know that one.
Good old Big the Cat. He's the best. All right. Now, after this was kind of a sad time for Sega. They went third party. And if you're like me, you sat there in mourning for at least 6 months over the fact that new Dreamcast games are not coming out anymore. But thankfully, they did come out with some pretty awesome games not long after that.
Sonic Heroes.
They had Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Sonic Heroes is one of my favorite. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, I thought so. There's actually a pretty big surge in Sonic's popularity as he went third party because he's hitting these audiences he wasn't hitting before. There's also Sonic Advance for the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. I had all the advanced games on my Game Boy Advance.
Fantastic. And then we get to Sonic Heroes. Woo. Sonic Heroes was a big hit for Sega. It came out on the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. It had 4 teams. Each team had a speed, power,
I had the PS2 version.
And it featured a special cameo by Big the Chaotix. The Chaotix! Yeah, Big the Team Chaotix. They're the heroes you want on your side. So let's go
Worst
ahead
team in the
and
game, though.
jump from that to Sonic X. Who
I
wants
like
Sonic X? Let's see it.
First season of Sonic X. The other parts,
I remember it well.
Sonic X comes to the West after
Chris Thorndyke
hitting
could
Japan,
leave
and
there,
of course that means we've got a brand new voice actor. So the previous voice actor for Eggman passed on, and a new voice actor came in, and his name was Mike Pollock.
Mike Pollock.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes. Mike
Get a load of
actually
his
do
voice.
A lot of references that Sonic fans may not
Get a load of
understand. I
this.
didn't realize how deep he got into the Sonic lore and fan base until recently. But so at any point, Mike, if you want to just throw something out that's a reference, feel free, you know.
Asking for things as usual, I see.
Well played.
Thank you.
At least half of the room got that, so kudos to you.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Mike also played Ella the Maid in Sonic X.
It's true. I did. I was Ella the Maid.
Fuck. I do remember
Surprise.
hearing that one time, but that is
There you go.
pretty
Mike
fucked.
played Ella the Maid.
Who didn't know that? Thank you.
Most of the room.
Thank you very much.
Mike, I have to ask, you know, when you got into the audition and you got accepted for the role of Eggman, when you got accepted for Eggman, did you know what you were getting into?
I'd heard of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I think I'd heard of Dr. Robotnik, Eggman, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
And I said, well, that's a pretty popular thing. This will be fun for a while. And it became fun for a long while. 13 years, if you're counting.
Fantastic.
Dude, Mike Pollock. I love that man. Love that man. I want to meet him
Shadow the
one day.
Hedgehog, 2005.
I had some memories,
Very
but
dedicated group of fans, I might add. The edgy release of Sonic's evil
Edgy the
counterpart
Hedgy.
comes out. Ow, the Edge. And it features multiple endings.
Ow,
It
the
solves
Edge.
the mystery around Shadow's reappearance following his death in SA2, his reappearance in Heroes.
He
Is
should have
he a
died.
clone? Is he a robot? Is he the original
he should have
Shadow?
stayed dead, in my
Even all the
opinion.
endings,
In
you
Sonic
know the
Adventure 2
answer
would
to
have made
that.
it a little more special.
Pop quiz. Hey, Mike. Who's the voice actor that plays Black Doom in Shadow the Hedgehog?
Let me Google that. Oh, wait, it's me!
You did?
Black Doom was Mike as well. Just so you guys know. Yep.
I
Little bit
did
of
not
trivia
know
there.
that.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Shadow.
I got a level with you. I got a level with you. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. You're my people, and we are going to get through this together. All right. All of us. We are all here with you.
Sonic 06 next?
Everyone. You right? And then at least 3 of you are like, hey, I like that game. In 2006,
Oh!
on November 16th, Sega released Sonic Rivals. What did you think we were going to say? Come on, the date gave it away, guys. Come on. And that's pretty much all there is to say about 06. So
Moving on.
Never mind.
let's move on. Anyway, next, Sonic meets Mario. Naka-san,
Love
is it
them
true-
so far.
Is it true that you went to Kyoto to have a meeting with Nintendo that kind of led to the stuff that would later become the Mario and Sonic and Smash Bros.?
そうなんですよ。このマリオとソニックが一緒に出ることになる前にですね、もうその多分3年ぐらい前に実は京都に行ってですね、宮本さんのところに行ってですね。
They better skip
ソ
Boom.
ニックとマリオが一緒に
Everyone's saying
ゲ
that
ー
in
ム
the
に
comments,
出るよう
what
な
they're gonna say for Sonic
企
Boom.
画を一緒にやりませんかという話をしたことが
I don't know,
あるん
guys.
ですが、
Sonic Boom's not doing
ソニ
very
ック
well.
は実は最終的には
I hope their
ゲーム
whole
を作る
Sonic
っていう
Boom
ところには
series
いか
kind
な
of
かったんですが、その時の
ignore
お話
whatever
だった
happened, in my
きっかけ
opinion.
もあ
and
って
Just move on.
最終的にその3年後にソニックとマリオのオリンピックのゲームができてくるっていう経緯があります。
So yes, it is true. Back in the day, I did go to Kyoto to visit Nintendo. Wanted to have a meeting with Mr. Miyamoto and figure out, could we make a game maybe with Sonic and Mario together? Although those original conversations happened about 3 years before the Olympics game came out, that we weren't able to really make a game that featured Sonic and Mario back from that original conversation. But because we had those conversations, it kind of kicked off future
Imagine if they had a
conversations with
platformer
Nintendo,
game.
which afterwards led to the Olympic game coming out.
Awesome. So, Naka-san, we kind of have you to thank for Sonic and Smash right now, don't we?
Yes.
スマッシュブラザーズね。スマッシュブラザーズは割と最初の頃になんですか、ゲームキューブでしたっけ？ソニックが出てるのってどこですかね？ Wii かな？ Wii の前のゲームキューブ版か何かの時にも実はソニック出してよっていう話を E3 か何かで桜井君に
God, he
話を
is
した
writing
んです。
fast.
その時はちょうど間に合
Again, I
わ
feel sorry for all translators because they have a hard job.
入ってきたの Wii ですよね多分。はい。
So yeah, the original Sonic becoming part of the Smash Brothers game was also part of that conversation. During the GameCube development for Smash Brothers, he really wanted to get Sonic into that game, but it was just too late in the development process. They couldn't get it in for GameCube, but they did move forward and put Sonic in for the Wii version.
Who likes Sonic and Smash?
ねえ、良かったですよね。僕もなんとなくソニックがマリオたちと戦ったらどっちが強いのか皆さんと同じように知りたかったので入れてほしかったんですよね。
Yeah, he did want to put Sonic into the game to see who's going to win in the fight between Mario and Sonic. Have you guys decide that?
Roger, I think we know the answer to that question, don't we?
What? Aaron Weber? Aaron Weber would win? I don't know what's going on.
Roger, I'm not in Smash Brothers
Yet.
Let's move on. Of Genies, Sonic and the Secret Rings on the Wii. Who played it? There we go. And of course, a game that at least one person in the audience told me they were introduced to Sonic with earlier, favorite game, Sonic Unleashed.
Sonic Unleashed was a good game. It wasn't that bad.
All right. And of
Warhog
course,
was a little
Unleashed
unnecessary,
introduces the
but
3D gameplay style of Sonic that would later go on to be seen in other games. Very popular, seen by critics as kind of the first time they're really getting it right. Roger, here we are. Now, it's about this
Sonic
time that a new voice actor for Sonic comes on. Obviously, this is the real Roger Craig Smith in the picture. You can see today that we couldn't afford to get the real Roger Craig Smith to our panel, but we got a stunt double that I think will do a really great job, and we're paying him $5, so I think, you know.
I've been practicing Sonic Speed! It's pretty good.
That's really good.
I mean, the guy's much better in real life.
That's really good.
I'm embarrassed.
Roger Craig Smith comes on board. Fun fact, Roger was the narrator for the show Say Yes to the Dress, and I love that show!
He was? And Batman.
And he has an underbite. Things you didn't know. The more you know stars flying across the screen right now. Dun, 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 dun.
Isn't that fascinating?
G.I. Joe.
Next slide. Check out the consoles. Is that better? Is that a few of you know that?
I'll take stuff only your dentist would know for 100, please, Aaron.
Coming up next, Sonic Colors. That's right. Cheer for the games you love, people. Sonic Colors comes
Sonic
out.
Colors.
And of course, Sonic Colors got a great reception, except for some Jim Sterling guy. Just, I don't know. We mailed him a giant poster, giant thing from the ice rink. Love you, Jim. And of course, then there was Sonic Generations in 2011.
You better talk about the next game, or I swear to God.
Lizuka-san worked very closely on that game. They referenced a lot of other people, right?
Sonic
I know
Boom.
that a lot of the original team was kind of tasked with that, and you went back to the classic Sonic design, obviously, for that, and modern Sonic. And how many of you guys, one more time, how many of you guys really loved the Generation style gameplay? Okay. Next, let's talk about Sonic Boom. Yeah. Hey, and you in the blue there, don't you heckle. Don't you heckle us. Sonic Boom comes out for the Wii U 3DS, and there's a TV show, which is pretty phenomenal, by the way. The TV show's on Cartoon Network. How many of you guys love the TV show? Let's hear it.
I like the TV show. I like the TV show.
Awesome. And the TV show, of course, has these two gentlemen. Yay!
All right.
Doing the voice acting, yeah.
Stunt double.
Any story you can share in 30 seconds from when you guys were together doing voice acting that you want to share with the group real quick?
Sure. Most of the time was spent separate because, of course, I'm usually in New York and he's usually in Los Angeles. But we got together for the first workshopping of the show. I didn't know what we were doing. They said, "Come on up for a thing." And I said, "Okay, well, why are we here?" A cartoon? Ooh, cool. And we had a very fun workshopping process. We tried various things. A lot of improv didn't really work, but we worked some of the bugs out, and I think we're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
what he said.
I know we're short on time, so no, we have so much. You cannot imagine how much fun we have making that show.
You should come.
The writers and everybody, the people that have set this all up, and what we get to be a part of to this day, still, which is hopefully a very long marathon of much more Sonic to come. But yeah, we have way too much fun on that show.
Awesome. If you guys have other questions for Roger and Mike too, we're all going to be right outside after this is done. So please come hit us up, ask whatever you want to know. I'm going to speed through the rest of this because we've got like 5-6 minutes left. And then they're going to get angry and throw the tomatoes like I talked about earlier. I don't like tomatoes that much. So on we go. 2015, no Sonic games. In 2015, really. We have Sonic 2, Sonic
Are they going to talk about it?
Comes out. How many of you guys played Sonic on your mobile phones? Okay. Some people like Sonic CD. I think
Sonic
Christian
1 and
Whitehead and
Sonic
Stealth
2.
are on the bingo card, so I should mention them. Anyone play their ports? Of,
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
like
Love this port.
Good to know. 2015, I have kind of taken it over. So in 2015, I had been working at Sega. I left the company. I came back, and they said, we want someone to do the social media. And so I was like, well, all right. Either they're going to fire me after I do this, or it's going to go really well. And so I just started posting up whatever I wanted and just having some fun. And so we kind of dubbed that the year of memes. Yes.
Yes, it was.
A quick shout out to our friends at Deus Ex and all of the other people on all of you on social media. If you follow the Twitter or Facebook accounts, thank you guys for being awesome fans.
Well done.
Seriously. Thank you. We won an award, by the way. We actually won an award for the video with Shia LaBeouf. So we are now an award-winning Sonic social media team. Yes.
Who knew that was a thing?
I know, right? Little shout out to Sergio, my new intern, who used to work at Sonic Retro. Now he's working for me. Yes. You'll see him on the social media accounts too. I bet he's smiling right now. So what
Announcements.
next? Let's talk announcements, right?
Let's go, guys.
We obviously talked about earlier, long before the panel, as people were like, they're going to announce a bunch of new games. I was like, no, hang on. Don't let that rumor start. But we do have some cool stuff to announce. I want to get through it real quick. We got 4 minutes. Here we go. So first and foremost, Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games just came out yesterday for 3DS. And we're happy to confirm it is coming out for the Wii U this June.
Okay.
Next, a game that some of you have been wondering about, Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. We're very happy today to reveal the release date for that game. That will be September 27th, 2016 for the 3DS.
Okay. So hopefully they do a little bit better on that game. They delayed it
I have played it.
times.
They're spending a lot of time to go back and polish it and improve it, so I think you guys are really going to look forward to that, hopefully, and enjoy it quite a bit. Finally, the numbers. What do they mean? How many of you guys been following our cryptic number keys on social media?
I made videos!
All right, quite a few of you. I'm going to explain a little bit of this. There's more to this than what I'm going to show you here. I only have enough time to go through a little bit of it, so let's do the basic stuff. It started with this picture. The Game Grumps and their favorite character, Big the Cat. There he is. And there's some numbers in the bottom there, as you can see, 431, 21, 16. If you take those and divide them up into the fonts, you get 4116 and 321. And the 00 was from another teaser we did a little bit later. The trick here, as we'll get to in just a minute, was to try and figure out why you're separating those, right? That references a previous post I did back to Game Grumps last year in November. Next was this piece.
You talked
Who
about
here knows about Madion? Awesome guy, isn't he?
about
Yeah,
it.
he makes great music. We did a little shout out to Madion, mostly because I think he's awesome and I wanted you guys to experience his music too. This teaser, when you mess with it a little bit, you can kind of see there's some writing there. If you translate it with Madion's script, the secret is inside the Empire. We can get it back to Fate is an update list. And here's the important part, add the numbers, which is being covered up by the 0015 there. So let's just do the basic math. Now again, there's a bit more to this. There's some things you haven't figured out just yet. That's all right. That's what I'll leave you with right now. Then we did this piece. Also hidden here, look at the bottom. What's in the bottom left? 7, right? Add up the 1, the 9, the 9, the 1, and the 2 rings. You'll see a pattern suddenly. Now you're starting to see the pattern. Now you can start to solve what it is. So if we add the numbers up, 4116, 321, 00, that date leads you to 7/22/16 or July 22nd of 2016, same as the 7/22 you would get with that previous picture. So we're very happy to announce right here that on July 22nd, 2016, we will be hosting the Sonic 25th anniversary event in San Diego, and tickets are on sale right now.
Yes. Nice.
And a lot of you are going, I thought that was going to be a game announcement. Where's the game announcement? So here's what I'll say to that too. If you are looking forward to a game announcement, I'm not saying there's going to be a game announcement at this party, but you should totally come to this party. All right. The event is going to have Crush 40 and Hyper Potions. It's going to have exclusive 25th anniversary merchandise. You're not going to want to miss it. Trust me, and some very special announcements. We don't have time for the Q&A, so let me just, I've got this one thing that the fans wanted me to play. Let me see here.
What happened? I am facepalming so hard right now.
Something's biting.
You have no idea how proud he is of this moment right now. He's been talking about it all morning long.
That's why we're here.
100% true. So finally, from all of us, we got 60 seconds left. We did it, guys. A big thank you from all of us on the panel, from Lizuka-san, Austin, Naka-san, Roger, Mike, myself, all of the Sega team at Sega Burbank, to all of you guys, all of our fans, for being a part of Sonic's rich history, for making him what he is today. So thank you all again for coming out to our panel, and here's to what lies ahead for Sonic the Hedgehog. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God, everybody. Everybody. Wow. That was amazing. I gotta give Aaron Weber credit where credit is due. He handled that panel like a boss. All the jokes, they didn't even hide it. It's okay to joke about the bad games, all right? So, I believe, what was the date? They said 7/21/16, something like that. So San Diego. Most likely won't be able to go. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm in college, so it's hard to be able to do things like that. But all I gotta say is I'm looking forward to the announcements. I hope they live stream it. For all things said, I am excited for the future of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I know you guys are too. So let's just keep our hopes up. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Appreciate it. Stay tuned to the channel for more Sonic the Hedgehog news, and more than just Sonic the Hedgehog. Right now, I'm in the Sonic the Hedgehog range because it's the 25th anniversary. But soon enough, when all things get settled in, when I get my setup going, I'll be doing game reviews, reactions, playthroughs, all this, you name it. Again, my name is Sam. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and take care.